It's a pattern at this point with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott is not the right quarterback for this team. Dak Prescott continues to come up short when this team needs him the most. He threw a pick six in this game against the Green Bay Packers, and he also threw another terrible interception as well to Jair Alexander. They lose this game 48-32, and it was worse than what the scoreboard is showing. The game was over with at halftime. The game was over. The Dallas Cowboys had their heads down. The fans were leaving the stadium at halftime. The Dallas Cowboys went out and they won the NFC East division, and they thought they had a perennial Super Bowl contending team. That's not the case. They do what they always do in the playoffs, and that's let the fan base down. They've done it for the last couple of years. At least it was the San Francisco 49ers, one of the best teams in the NFL, giving you these problems. You went against one of the youngest teams in the NFL to date in Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers, and they went out there and they ran the football like it was no tomorrow. Aaron Jones had 3 rushing touchdowns in this game for 118 rushing yards, and Jordan Love looked phenomenal. 272 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns. They couldn't stop anyone today on the defensive side of the ball, and they could not get things going on the offensive end either. Jordan Love was sacked 0 times and threw 0 interceptions in this game. Micah Parsons has a big mouth, and a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans love Micah Parsons. I believe that Micah Parsons is a very good defensive player in the NFL, but I don't understand where all this hype is coming from, like he's on the same level with guys like TJ Watt or Myles Garrett. To be completely honest, he's not. He is a game changer at that linebacking spot, and they do move him around, but he is not as great as people say that he is. He's not that true game record for this team. He's not, because if he was, he would have made some noise in this game today. And he's had some big moments in the past, but he always has moments here and there where he disappears on the field and he disappears on the film. And I do understand this as well. When he's getting chip blocked, they don't have another counterpart alongside him. DeMarcus Lawrence is a very good run stopper, but he's never been an elite sack guy. He has one season in his career where he had a lot of sacks, but besides that, he's not an elite sack guy with this team. And you have other defensive players on this team that are solid as well. Stephon Gilmore had a good season this season for this team. You also have Deron Bland, who's a pick six goon with this team. The problem is you're missing Trayvon Diggs, and if they had Trayvon Diggs in this game, it wouldn't have helped as much in this game either, because the offense let them down as well. Mike McCarthy is done. He's fired. More than likely, they're going to try to go out there and talk to Bill Belichick or get another head coach. But look at this pattern with Dak Prescott. It's a new set of excuses every single year. Last year against the San Francisco 49ers, they didn't have enough weapons. All they had was CeeDee Lamb. They didn't have another true number 2 wide receiver. Well, you have Brandon Cooks. He's more than just a number 2 wide receiver to some people. He's not a true number 1, but he has a lot of 1,000-yard receiving seasons in his career. And CeeDee Lamb is a true number 1 wide receiver. You have Jake Ferguson, who is also a good tight end as well. Dak Prescott is just not good enough in the big moments against elite-level teams, because guess what? He's not an elite-level quarterback. In the regular season, he looks very good. But in the playoffs, the last couple years of Dallas Cowboys, he's been downright horrible. There was no reason for this team to go out there against the Green Bay Packers and lose this game the way that they did. You have the talent advantage if you did not have the coaching advantage on your side with the quarterback advantage either, because Jordan Love right now is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has benefited from having great players around him. And I told you guys about this run game a couple weeks ago, even dating back to the Arizona Cardinals game a couple months ago. This is a team that can't stop aggressive running backs, and they can't go out there and run the football aggressively either, because Tony Pollard is a very good running back, but he's not the right running back for this team. He's not an every down back. You can't get him the football 20 to 25 times a game and let him have the same burst and that same speed. They need a guy like Ezekiel Elliott, but they moved off of Ezekiel Elliott because of the cap issue. Ezekiel Elliott did average only 3 to 4 yards to carry, but he could go out there and get you a first down when you needed it. When it's 3rd and 3, you can't count on Tony Pollard pushing the pile and turning guys forward. That's what Ezekiel Elliott is for, because Ezekiel Elliott is big, upper body and lower body. Tony Pollard is more of a speed back and catch the football at the backfield and get things going in space. He's not an every down back. So they're going to have to go out there and find another running back as well. You can keep Tony Pollard around, and I doubt that they will, because he's on a franchise tag right now, but he is a problem, but he's least of their worries right now, because Dak Prescott is up for a contract extension sooner than later. You're not going to pay Dak Prescott $50 million a year to go out there and do what he did today against the Green Bay Packers and throw pick sixes when you have elite talent around him. That's not going to happen. And this offensive line needs work as well. Tyron Smith is not the same tackle he was in years before. He's dealt with injuries the last couple of years, and he's just not the same tackle. Not calling him a bad tackle because he's still very good. Tyler Smith is a very good offensive lineman as well, and I still like Zach Martin, but they're aging before our eyes right now. And the offensive line did not help out Dak Prescott early in this game either. The numbers look good because he got him in garbage time, but Dak Prescott is not an elite level quarterback, and it is time for Dallas Cowboy fans to finally go out there and realize this. And before you say, hey, you're just a Dallas Cowboy hater, I had them winning this game and possibly going to the NFC Championship. So you can stop the comment right there. I've had the same problems with this team the last couple of years, and it started with Dak Prescott. You had Jason Garrett. He wasn't the best head coach, but he came in, and Dak Prescott got him out of there, basically. Jerry Jones said, you know what? I believe we have our guy. Let's go into a different direction. Let's go with Mike McCarthy. And Mike McCarthy came up short the last 2 years with this team. It's not going to work out. They need to move off of Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy if they can. You do have Trey Lance as a quarterback. I don't know if he's the future with this team either. But this is a team that needs to get the quarterback situation right, and they need to go out there and get the head coaching right as well. They have a defense that is soft against the run at times. They need to go out there with the physicality. And you can say, let's call up the defensive coordinator to be our head coach. We can see, but that defense was getting toasted today as well. It wasn't just the offense that let this team down. Like I mentioned before, Aaron Jones was going out there looking like the second coming of Ahman Green against this team. They have to be better overall as a team. They're the Dallas Cowboys, name only, but they're not the same Dallas Cowboys from the 1990s. And it's a reason why they haven't been able to go to the NFC Championship since then. This was yet another wasted season for the Dallas Cowboys and for their fan base, but at least at this point in time, they get to go home early in the playoffs. I feel bad for Cowboy fans because a lot of them went to this game and it was 15 degrees in Texas, in that part of Texas. It felt like Green Bay outside, but they were playing on the inside. I look at the Cowboys as a team that needs a lot of work, and it's going to take more than just a head coach come in and fix this thing. You could say bring in Bill Belichick, but Dak Prescott has always been the quarterback that he will always be. A guy that can be very good in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he will let you down as always. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Dallas Cowboys and what should they do moving forward. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, win each and every last win, guys. Stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.